guys, and welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today we have another FPS round 2 video for you guys. So I did round 1 where I featured the Lightning Blaster Pro. We featured the X-Shot HP 700. We featured the Splatterbar SBR 400. And then what else did we feature? I feel like there's one more. Oh, there was 2 of the Lightnings, the blue version and the red light version. The one that was heavily discounted. They're the same exact kind, but I just wanted to make sure. So we featured all those. These are round 2. So this is the current champion. This had the highest FPS performance. That's why it's back to protect its crown. It's like, you're not getting it from me. The second gun we have is the new one I just unboxed. This is the Faction Havoc, and it is a really nice gel blast. There's a lot of features. Don't worry, there will be a full firing test for that one. This is kind of the firing test, to be honest with you, but it has some special tricks up its sleeve that we're gonna have to do at nighttime. And then we have something special for Splatterball that's gonna be able to kind of go together. So wait for that video. It's gonna be very good. It's gonna be a night video. So then the other big dog in the house is the Gen 8, because it got a metal barrel, new T, metal barrel, and an N95 spring. It is running on 7.4 volts to be as fair as possible. And they're all using, so I'll get to that part in a second. And then the last little guy that I unboxed yesterday, I had to feature it. I didn't do the big clear tube that does hold more. I did the more sleek one. It has gel balls in there. I did the more sleek one just so I can, just so it look a little better. And then we have a little upgrade thing that I'm gonna throw on it, see if it makes a difference. I think it's just for looks. It's called the muffler. My wife saw that in the manual. It's hilarious. So this is the fully automatic pistol. So we'll feature that just to see what FPS. I don't think it's gonna hang with the big dogs, but at least we'll feature the FPS on each one so you'll know what they're capable of. And then we'll see who the new big dog is. I have a funny feeling, obviously I think with the upgrades, this one's gonna push close to 300, but I'm curious if it'll do it. A lot of guys say this does 240, 250, 240 from the factory, and then once you modify it, you can get upwards of 300. We'll see about the claims. They're all using the X-Shot orange balls. There were the heavier ones added the blue. The blue ones were lighter. These are heavier, so this should give a little bit better performance. They're nicely hydrated. You can see the moisture in there, nice and sealed. So they're all using the same exact ball to make it as fair as possible. Obviously, the AC 5000 we featured last time, they're fairly accurate. So let's get to it. We're running out of time. So we're gonna start with the pistol because I love this thing. So it is running a 500 milliamp battery, 7.4 volts. Remember, there's an off and on switch. We're gonna have to prime it a little bit. Oh, and maybe you don't. So here we go. We're going to line it up. We're gonna make sure we have it to this one so it shows the numbers as big as possible. You get a clear shot of numbers, honey? You ready? Wow, that's steadily getting between 145 and 152. Whoa, for a pistol. Do you see how fast this shoots? Did it just empty this little hopper? Yeah, that's why it has the big clear one. This is more for show. Use the big clear one, guys. Or this is like a backup when you're cornered. You're like, oh no, I have no gun. And you pull this out like sucker and then smoke them. I love this thing. So very impressive. Dude, I think the Amazon one we bought, the first gel blaster I ever got, is like a 140, 150 FPS. And it was like a full-size rifle. This is a little pistol. That's insane. So we'll move to the next competitor. We got to kind of move this along. We'll go ahead and do this guy because I'm excited. This is the Havoc. So let's prime it. Here we go. You ready? Make sure I line it up because this one's kind of high up. There we go. big dog in the house. Anywhere from lower numbers were like in the 230s, 249, 252, 258, 257, 251, then back to 247. It's like very impressive. It says it's 250 FPS. Yeah, this is not lying. 250. Now the other ones that I had before, previously in the first round, all said there were 200s. They all got 200. So as far as I'm concerned, the boxes are been pretty accurate. So let's go ahead and turn this one off because I don't want to kill the battery. And then the old champion, why not give it a shot? Let's kind of try to protect its title. 14, 29, 28, 29, 27, 28, 227, 260. Dude, it's protecting its title. 230, between 220 and 230. It would have beat the other ones. This is the top dog when it comes to the 200 claim on the box. This is so far pushing the highest number, the one that claims 2+ or whatever. So, it put up a fight. I'll give it to it. It put up a fight for the price. And then the modified Gen 8. So we're gonna go ahead, put it on full auto. Full auto, I think it'll only do that. Let's go ahead and prime it. There we go. You ready, honey, for the king, I think? 291, 280, 284, 290, 280, 280 something, 288, 290, 286. The big dog. If you start modifying, this is running, by the way, because I try to make this as fair as possible. Let me show you guys what it's running. This is not even a fancy battery. This is running the, ooh, if I get it out of here, I might not be able to get this out. The same battery that's in the Lightning, you can see like the greenish teal color. The same battery that's in here, a 1300 7.4 volt. This one will for sure run the 11.1 volt without breaking. This has higher end nylon gears. It's just a better built platform. It's designed to handle the higher FPS. This one will last longer, the longest out of all of them with 11.1 volts. We'll see how the other ones holds up. I featured a few of them with 11.1 volts. I have not featured this one with 11.1 volts. Is the only one. My X Shot I featured 11.1 volts. My Lightning I featured 11.1s. I don't know if I did for the SBR. Did we do the SBR, the blue one? With the thing, do you remember if we featured 11.1 volt Insanity for it? I don't think so. So maybe we'll revisit a couple of them. This is the one you don't want to get hit with. This is gonna live well.
Do you want me to?
No, no, thank you.
You can stand wait on there.
Comment if you guys want to see what it feels like with 280, 250, and 230. I have no problem bluing it, but this thing, yeah. And that's, I think 11.1 volts just makes it shoot faster. The spring is what makes it hit hard, and then how much pressure this can build up in it. So the spring really bangs it. I mean, it, yeah. So it's one of those, you know, has the little, click it forward if it gets jammed. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, obviously it doesn't do that, but in a real gun, that's what it does. But yeah, so back to safe. Yeah, this is a really nice gun, guys. But we have the new king right here. It did beat the Lightning Pro. I expected it to. I'm not gonna lie. This was, I think, $89.99. Then I bought like a spring. Then I bought the barrel shipping. Another 30, 35 bucks. This has about 120, between 120-ish, 125, 130. Now you can get them for a little bit cheaper, I think, because the Gen 8s are older. They have the Gen 9s. They have a couple other newer, more modern versions of it. I do believe so. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been really keeping up with it. It does have the LED light, little light. If you didn't see this video on this thing, it's pretty cool. Honestly, I would love to see this barrel like on that gun, or like a better, tighter spring in that gun, or even in these ones. You can technically put nylon gears. These internally and the SBR 400s are very similar to the V3 like airsoft quality type guns. That's where they're able to push 200. This one does not sound like it's violent or loud, but it performs insane. A lot of guys will watch previous videos of like, oh, when it was shooting, it didn't sound like it was hitting that hard. Well, the FPS counter don't lie. It is hitting that hard. It's just quieter and smoother. It's more refined, I feel like. That tells you the quality of the materials and how it's engineered. So when it comes down to it, this one is more money, but out of the ones that are available at Target and Walmart and all that, that one I have to give it to the Havoc. $250. Period. The Lightning Pro, $230. The other ones, $200, $210. You know, the X-Shot $200, $210. The splatter ball, I'm a little disappointed. I think mine sounds a little funky, so what will happen really quickly is there's a motor and a little gear system here, and when you remove the housings off, you can actually adjust the way this little like pinion thing that turns meshes with the gears, and sometimes you'll hear the motors make a lot of noise, or a lot of them need to be adjusted. Like they're supposed to be adjusted from the factory, and to be honest with you, I think my SBR 400 is out of adjustment. It sounds rough. It almost sounds like the spring is really clunky, or something is weird about it, because every video that I've seen, they're getting like 230, and mine was only getting like 220 something, 215, 220 something. So it was a little bit on the shy side. And there is factor of these Chinese little ion batteries. There's a variable, because the battery I got with this one was absolute junk. That's why I'm using the Lightning 7.4 volt. Instead of the factory one is so weak. It like can barely push that upgraded spring. That 7.4 volt battery that's in it from the Lightning can push that N95 spring. So that tells me that I had a crappy battery. You can get crappy battery. Another thing, a viewer wrote me that his X-Shot charger and battery caught on fire. Luckily he caught it and it didn't burn down his house and no one got hurt. I am so sorry to hear that. Lipo bags, I'm about to have a campaign where I'm literally starting to give out lipo bags. If you're not home, do not charge them. A lot of guys will run extension cords out to their yard or cover like away from their house and charge them. A lot of guys will charge them like in a garage or a shed or something, because they can be that dangerous. Especially the cheaper little USB chargers. Hobby grade chargers have less of a chance, but then when you get in higher voltages, higher, you know, amps, then it's another trick to it as well. So you just have to keep that in mind. But it is the king. One thing I don't like, the only thing I don't like about this gun, this is how good this gun is, I'm not gonna lie, is the Type-C. Now to me, that doesn't mean jack diddly squat, because I will open this bad boy up and I will cut out a shell thing and I'll make like a little hinge, or I'll leave the Type-C there and I'll make a compartment or a cutout or something to where if this ever goes bad, I'll straight up open this. For now, I'm gonna use a Type-C because it's convenient and it flashes and it goes green when it's done. It flashes red when it's charging. So I don't mind, but I know that I can open this and just solder a new 7.4 volt battery to it. The only pain, and then I'm gonna make an actual disconnection on it. So if I ever wanna run 11.1 volts, I can, but you have to modify to do so. So keep that in mind. That is the only downside to this. These other ones, you can swap out batteries, all that fun stuff. They're all fairly easy to open and work on. Just make sure you disconnect the batteries. You don't short something out like I did to my X-Shot. But I do have another one. There'll be more testing and modifying with all of the guns. So please be aware of charging. Please be aware of high voltages. Just take care of these things and don't leave them unattended. I'm trying to figure out a way to charge that battery for that gentleman. I'm trying to find, the problem is it doesn't have a balance lead and it wants to use a charger that just puts out the correct voltage to those two cells. So unfortunately, he may have to just reach out to X-Shot and get a replacement charger, or maybe I could find like a spare X-Shot charger and battery combo you can buy from X-Shot, or they'll send you one. So I'm trying to do my research for him. I will be contacting him. And we did, by the way, to wrap up this video, we did pass 12,000 subscribers. So we will be doing an announcement video. Don't comment this one. There will be a full announcement giveaway video coming soon. Hopefully by the end of this weekend, I will announce it and then give you guys time to enter. Don't worry. So there you have it. The new Target / Walmart / Meijer King. Well, actually Target and Meijers. Actually, Target and Walmart's the only places I've seen these in the brick and mortar stores. They're online, of course, as well. But, and even Amazon for me. This is the new King right here. We'll do some other cool stuff with the tracer capabilities. Just stay tuned for all that. We have something cool for the SBR 400. And then we'll maybe possibly adjust that motor and see why it's so loud, because it's really bugging me. So there you have it, guys. This got dethroned. By the way, this is $79.99, and it came with a little hub. It has a Bluetooth app. You can push the talk button. It is insane. Watch that unboxing and initial thoughts on this. It is absolutely insane. Of course, I got this for $27 at Walmart.com. Hopefully that deal's still going on. That was absolutely insane. But if you buy this in a store, I think it's $74 or $78 or something like that. So just be aware of that. Honestly, if you could find this, I would buy this all day long. All day long for $79, I'd buy this. I did see a couple other ones at Target. Target stepped up their game. Not only do they have the X-Shot and like the Surge and then the Splatter Ball, but they also have a spot by like the bicycles and stuff where it's like kind of hidden off on a little shelf, and it has the Havoc. It had a drone that flies around, which I will review on the channel. You can shoot at it like a target, and it like tries to dodge your balls, and you have to like shoot it down, and it then like lands down or crashes down when you hit it. They had like a target thing with point system. There was another brand that had a gel blaster that remind me of the Pulsar Pro, 1800 milliamps, 200 plus on the box. So there's still more out there. I think this is enough gel blasters for me, honestly. I may just modify what I have and do some cool stuff with them, but I think I have enough for a war. So there you have it. Let me know if you want to see any more shooting tests of the higher end ones. We'll be having some cool modifications. We'll be having some cool night videos. Stay tuned for that. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.